Cambodia is famed for its enigmatic temples and massive stone faces peering through the jungle foliage. Regrettably, however, this country's great heritage was decimated by widespread looting during the Cambodian War of the 1970s to 1990s, not only of the temples, but also of its older archaeological sites. During this period, incidents of looting were reported at the temple of Banteay Chamar, the nearby temple of Banteay Tor, Angkor Archaeological Park, Koke, and at Prasat Prakan of Kampong Svai. The large-scale looting of monuments such as Banteay Chamar in Banteay Manche province, about 20 kilometers from the Thai border, are examples of professional looting. A 12-meter section of this temple's wall was removed by looters in a failed attempt to smuggle it abroad in the mid-1990s, and it now rests in the National Museum in Phnom Penh. This type of large-scale looting has also been undertaken at other temples, including Prasat Prakan Kampong Svai in Pravahia province, where nearly every decorated piece of the temple was removed. Cambodia's government has made intense efforts to recover these artifacts to Cambodia. Some looting was the work of Cambodians who were desperately poor and unaware of the value of the cultural heritage, and so they sold what they had plundered to smugglers. These smugglers were often from abroad, and consequently the artifacts frequently ended up for sale in antique shops in a large city of Southeast Asia, where collectors from around the world gathered. However, the rapacious destruction of Cambodia's heritage is not restricted to monumental sites alone. Since the turn of the millennium, Cambodia's prehistoric sites have come under threat by land grabbing or illegal excavation with the aim of recovering semi-precious stone and glass beads, as well as other saleable artifacts. Today, most temples are devoid of statuary, but tourists interested in viewing such can visit the National Museum in Phnom Penh. While many artifacts are housed in the Conservation Angkor compound, Angkor National Museum, and provincial museums across the country, which are currently having their inventories catalogued. With support from the Lanchong Mekong Cooperation Special Fund 2020, the Ministry of Culture and Fine Arts has used many tools, from national and regional workshops, the publication of posters and billboards, to get the preservation message across. The training workshops were conducted to motivate rural communities to protect the cultural heritage within their commune and district. Their aims are to provide training in heritage, preservation, and the importance of the site on the social, economic, and cultural levels, and will see community heritage patrols organized to provide monitoring of this site.
ការទប់ស្កាត់នៅរាល់សកម្មភាពទាំងឡាយដែលនាំឲ្យមានការខូចខាតបំផ្លិចបំផ្លាញការជួញដូរនិងការធ្វើចរាចរណ៍វត្ថុបុរាណដោយខុសច្បាប់បេតិកភណ្ឌវប្បធម៌របស់យើងជាបេតិកភណ្ឌរស់ដូច្នេះសូមជួយការពារថែរក្សានិងផ្ដល់ក្តីស្រឡាញ់
Cambodia is a signatory of the 1970 UNESCO Convention on the Means of Prohibiting and Preventing the Illicit Import, Export, and Transfer of Ownership of Cultural Property, and the 1995 UNIDROIT Convention on Stolen or Illegally Exported Cultural Objects.
I think this is a very, very important convention for Cambodia, but also for the region, so in the return of cultural objects. A lot of cultural objects were looted from Cambodia to North America, Europe, but also Asia. So a lot of objects go towards these countries via the black market.
For over a decade, the Ministry of Culture and Fine Arts has encouraged museums and private collectors with Khmer cultural property to reach out to the ministry to share provenance documentation or to begin the voluntary repatriation of our Cambodian treasures. Through this effort, many Khmer cultural properties have been successfully returned to Cambodia.
កាលណាបាត់បង់នៅវត្ថុបុរាណដែលយកចេញទៅបានន័យថាភាគណាមួយនៃប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្ររបស់យើងនៅព្រលឹងដូនតារបស់យើងបែកខ្ញែកហើយប្រជាជនកម្ពុជាមិនដែលឈប់ម្ដងណាឡើយនៅក្នុងការស្វែងរកទាមទារត្រឡប់មកវិញនៅបុរាណវត្ថុនានាដែលជាស្នាដៃគេមកដល់របស់ដូនតាបានន័យថាយើងធ្វើការជាមួយនឹងថ្នាក់ជាតិផងនិងឆាកអន្តរជាតិផងយើងមាន MOU ឧទាហរណ៍ជាមួយនឹងសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកក្នុងការទប់ស្កាត់នៅការជួញដូរជាមួយគ្នានេះនៅក្នុងប្រទេសក៏មានការទប់ស្កាត់យ៉ាងពេញទំហឹងលែងឲ្យមានការនាំចេញវត្ថុបុរាណដែលធ្លាប់ធ្វើកន្លងមកក្នុងសម័យសង្គ្រាមហើយនឹងសហការជាមួយខាងក្រៅប្រទេសដើម្បីដល់ព័ត៌មានកាលណាមានព័ត៌មានសំខាន់ព្រោះយើងធ្វើការចរចាធ្វើម៉េចដើម្បីយកមកវិញឲ្យបាន
The returned artifacts will help to promote cultural tourism and further study of Khmer arts history. They are also important for local people to learn more about their history.
បេតិកភណ្ឌវប្បធម៌មិនមែនសម្រាប់ការលក់ដូរទេខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍សប្បាយចិត្តក្រៃលែងដែលបានឃើញសម្បត្តិវប្បធម៌ខ្មែរត្រឡប់មកកាន់ប្រទេសកំណើតរបស់ខ្ញុំវិញ
Antiquities are mementos left to us by our ancestors and have become part of the invaluable cultural heritage of Cambodia. However, despite their importance, they are now facing significant further loss and damage due to human activities such as vandalism, pillaging, trafficking, and illegal excavation. Most of the looting is subsurface, such as opportunistic activities in the farms near archaeological sites or home building, and land grabs on these sites.
យើងមានច្បាប់កិច្ចការពារបេតិកភណ្ឌវប្បធម៌មាត្រាទី63ត្រូវផ្ដន្ទាទោសដាក់ពន្ធនាគារពី6ខែទៅ5ឆ្នាំចំពោះជនណាដែលប្រព្រឹត្តល្មើសដោយធ្វេសប្រហែសជនណាដែលប្រព្រឹត្តល្មើសដោយចេតនាត្រូវទទួលទោសជាប់ពន្ធនាគារពី2ឆ្នាំដល់8ឆ្នាំ
With support from Lanchang Mekong Cooperation Special Fund, the cultural conservationists from nations along the Mekong River, Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, China, and Myanmar have come together for a 3-day regional workshop in Siem Reap to fight the illicit trafficking of cultural properties. The general objective of the regional workshop is to raise awareness about the necessity to better protect our precious cultural heritage, both known and as not yet discovered.
ការថែរក្សាបេតិកភណ្ឌវប្បធម៌ជាការថែរក្សាអត្តសញ្ញាណជាតិ
សម្បត្តិវប្បធម៌មិនអាចកាត់ថ្លៃបានឡើយ
ហើយយើងចូលរួមចំណែកគួរតែចូលរួមចំណែកអភិរក្សនិងការពារ
យើងគឺមិនអនុញ្ញាតឲ្យគេលួចបេតិកភណ្ឌវប្បធម៌របស់យើងបានឡើយ ការថែរក្សានិងការពារបេតិកភណ្ឌវប្បធម៌គឺជាភារកិច្ចរបស់យើងទាំងអស់គ្នា
The treasure of historical cultural relics, landscapes, and intangible cultural heritages left by our ancestors is not just a great and valuable asset, but also a resource for sustainable development in Cambodia.